I was a total fucking slave to drugs and alcohol for a big part of my life. For example, in 2016, I was living in Spain. Like I said, I was teaching English over there. After a series of events that I caused, by the way, it set into motion a big change in my life. That year, I was homeless. I was in and out of fucking homeless shelters. I was locked up, and then I was eventually deported from that country. I just want to give you a little bit of an example on how I was a slave to drugs and alcohol then. When I was homeless, no one would talk to me. I had nobody. I was fucking miserable. I'd get up, or not get up at all. I'd still be up at 6 a.m. I used to go over to this couple's house that lived in a certain neighborhood that sold the drugs. These two were gypsies from Romania that lived in Spain. They sold crack and heroin. And the lady got up at 6 a.m. to start cleaning and making coffee and breakfast for her husband. So I would show up there at 6 a.m. on the dot, and I'd buy my drugs, do my drugs, talk with her for a little while, then I'd leave. Shortly after that, I'd go right down to the methadone clinic to get my methadone. Then, after that, my day would be filled with trying to find ways on how to get money so I can get my next fix. See, the fucking point is, my whole day was just chasing that high, chasing that drug, chasing that vice. I was an absolute fucking slave to that shit. Now, I'm proud to say that I'm not a slave to anything. And I'm never going back to that life. I never will. There's just no way. Drugs and alcohol literally ruined my life. And I'm lucky that I can sit here and tell you guys about it. The point of the story is that don't be a fucking slave to that vice. Don't get up and reach for that drug, because it's controlling you, everything about you. It's controlling your whole life. You know you're in fucking misery. I was in misery, but there's a way out, and you need to take that way out. I was living in such low vibration, and I was so negative that it was just oozing out of me. I mean, people could tell. I mean, you walk by me, I was just oozing bad energy, and it just was not good. So, don't be a fucking slave to that drug. Get the fuck out of it. Go to rehab, do whatever the fuck you gotta do. Move out of town, doesn't matter. Just stop being a slave. I don't know if you guys have been watching the news lately, but our world and our country are in pretty bad shape. And for just one reason to not be a slave, if shit goes down in this country, you don't want to have to depend on something that you're not going to be able to get. So get your shit together. Put yourself into a fucking rehab. And come on to this side. This is the way better side. You guys have a good day.